Hi! We're going to talk about emotional dysregulation. People with ADHD often have difficulty with their emotions. My daughter's one of them. Now, she's 4, and she's having a lot of trouble with her emotions. They're big, they're loud, and they make her freak out and scream and cry, especially disappointment. This week, that has been her biggest emotion, disappointment. So I'm trying to teach her how to work around this. It's easier to teach a 4-year-old or a child to deal with emotions than it is to teach a 30-plus-year-old to deal with emotions. I'm teaching her emotional acceptance and accountability. It's important for kids with ADHD and adults with ADHD to be held accountable for what they do. Their emotions are not in charge. They are still in charge, even though those are big emotions. And learning about their emotions will help with this whole process. So here are the steps that I take when my daughter's having a complete meltdown. Step 1, I let her have the meltdown. I let her freak out. Those emotions are real for her while it's happening. Even though it might be, annoying for us because we're trying to get her out the door, or honestly a little bit unreasonable, to her, those emotions are real. Now, if it's disrupting the whole family, she goes to her room to have her freak out. And she is responsible for anything that happens. If she breaks something in her room, she is responsible for that. If she says mean things to other people, she is responsible for that. But not yet. That's coming in later steps. Step 2, stop the ramp up. After I let my ADHDer freak out, have a complete meltdown, often people with ADHD, what they'll do is they'll keep ramping themselves up. They'll have big emotions and then they're starting to come down, but they don't feel they're done with that emotion, so they're going to ramp it right back up again. We need to stop this cycle of ramping up the emotions. Step 3, to help them deal with this re-ramping up of emotion, I use breathing exercises with my daughter. So even though she doesn't want to, I get her to stop wiggling, stop fighting, look at me, and breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathing is connected to your emotions. Now, my daughter will resist this for a couple tries. Today, we used a little tactic where I went and I blew in her face. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. She started to laugh. Her anger, her disappointment melted away, and she was able to go and do the thing back to me because it was funny. And eventually her breathing calmed down. Step 4, talk about the emotion. Hold them accountable. Often at this point, when after the breathing, after she's no longer upset, angry, frustrated, disappointed, after that emotion is passed, even though she's ready to go somewhere else, she wants to do the other activity, she's like, come on, let me go, I don't want to do this. You need to talk about it. And I make it very serious. No, we're going to talk about this first, then you go. Focus on me. Okay? What did you feel? Can you tell me the word? And then she has to tell me what she feels. And we're working on the words for emotions. Today, she told me she was disappointed. Now, this is the point where if they've done anything that is wrong, like break something, say something mean to someone else, anything that's not good behavior, but they lashed out because of the emotion, they're still accountable for that. So if my youngest was mean to my oldest while she was having her meltdown, she has to go apologize. If she was mean to me, she has to apologize. If she was mean to herself, she has to apologize to herself. Now, in the step 4 section, I use a lot of questions where she's going to come up with solutions. Did you do anything to hurt your sister's feelings when you were upset? And then she would think about it and give me an answer. And then I would ask her, should you say anything to your sister? And she'll usually come up with the answer, oh, I need to apologize. It's better to lead them to the answer than you just tell them, go apologize. If they actually come up with the reason that they're going to apologize, it's better. It means something to the ADHDer. It comes from them. So, recap. Step 1, I let her have her meltdown. Step 2, if she's starting to ramp up, that's when I start the next step of the process of stopping this. Step 3, breathing exercises to calm down. Step 4, accountability and understanding about what happened. Do you use any of these tactics yourself? Do you know of any tools, websites, books, kits that helps people learn how to deal with emotions? I would love to be able to pass these things along to other people, but I need help finding more. So if you know of any kits that someone can have at home to learn about emotions, please send that information along to the ADHD Mama. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Mwah!